Hello, my name is Ellie Prana, and I'm here to speak a little bit about the full moon tonight. It's a happy full moon. In astrology, I see is an ancient wisdom, and it's the conversation between the stars that are happening that we listen to. The conversation between the stars out there and the stars in here in our microcosmos speaking. So I use astrology as a tool for us to listen to the rhythm of life while we live on this planet Earth. So what a ride to 2016 has been. It's already December and approaching the end of the year. It's just around the corner. This week, so as the Sun and Saturn meeting, so there's the lead up in the last weekend they met, and there's still that energy in the air. And there might have been this feeling of like restriction or pressure from life. But all it's doing is bringing an order and structure into who you are in this world. So imagine Saturn is like this old, wise teacher, and he goes around and making sure that we're doing our homework. And that homework is our life lessons. So Saturn is the planet that goes around and bringing us all this life lessons that we learn from and that we grow from. So there's a tendency to want to get away from Saturn or from that restrictions and limitations and pressures and those negative feelings. But after all, Saturn is there to help us so that we grow and that we stay on track. We stay on our life path. So it is about maturity in your personal expression. Ask yourself, so what are you here to do? Right? Saturn, the teacher, wants you to live a life as an adult, a meaningful life as an adult, and a responsible adult. So what is your responsibility? What is your belief? What is it that you want? And are you act accordingly? Right? The Saturn in Sagittarius, the whole year 2016, it had been a ride. It had been questioning of our inner truth, our inner wisdom, our faith. Our faith in life has been challenged. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that. So what area of life do you find restrictions right now? What more do you need to shed and let go in this last month of 2016? Right now, both Venus and Mars are in Aquarius, and it's time to change. Aquarius is about change. It's about revolution. It's to think differently and out of the box. So connecting with new people is important. Aquarius is connected with friends and community. So connect with those who will challenge you, who will make you uncomfortable, and find growth in it. So there's a lesson to be learned in everything and anything that happens in life. And then there's this aspect of Neptune and Chiron and Pisces. So it's bringing us or bringing up, our old wounds onto surface. But it's coming up on surface to be dealt with, not to neglect and run away from. Neptune being home in the sign of Pisces, it's really hard. It is a sign of mysticism. Places you unite with your higher self. So it is out of this world. And it is often confusing for us living in this materialistic, third-dimensional world. So there's unknown pressure or strong desire to understand life. And yet it is so dreamy, not so tangible. So now it is time to listen. Listen and surrender. Not so much about doing more. As the Gregorian year moved, towards the end of 2016, as the winter falls and it gets colder and the animals go into hibernation, it is okay for us humans to do so as well. It is time to fertile our ground, take care of our ground, and pick the kind of seeds you want to plant next year. Right? So when the spring comes, when the new year, the new awakening of everything comes, we're ready to plant the seed. So take this time as a preparational period of listening and surrendering. I personally value the lunar calendar, so Lunar New Year more, but there's definitely a meaning. At this end of the year, there's the energy of ending something, ending a cycle. So I'm wishing you the best in this last month of the year as everything is coming into its integration. It might be more intense because it's the last part of the shedding. And finally, I just want to mention, since it's full moon tonight, about this theme that we had. So from the Sagittarius new moon to this tonight Gemini full moon, right? So Sagittarius is when the new moon came, we were being questioned, right? On our truth, on our faith, and on our integrity. And there must have been a lot unfold, a lot of happenings, new findings, or, surprises, as often life brings us. And then the full moon is that one cycle. So from an abstract question in Sagittarius about our faith and about our truth and wisdom, it is now time to bring it into form of words. Gemini is about communication, and it's about intellectual. So it's time to bring into form and integration by using the intellect. So I want to leave you with this tonight. I highly, highly suggest that you write out the things that you claim to shed. And if you can even put it in fire, even better. But I suggest two things. So one is about really letting go. What is it that you claim to let go? Let the full moon hear you in words. Okay, so it's one is about letting go. And another is about claiming. What are you desiring? They usually go hand in hand, right? So as we are preparing for 2017, there's a big desire or maybe seed of wish, something that you're wanting to change. So imagine that, write that down, and find out what you need to get rid of this month so that the desire, this positive energy is supported the most. So I wish you all a beautiful, happy full moon and a beautiful shedding and purging. Namaste.